For accurate weather forecast and live news, subscribe to our Skymet Weather YouTube channel. Press the bell icon and do not miss on any of our weather news.
Welcome to Skymet. We have the National Weather Bulletin forecast for 24 hours for 3rd of August. Halfway through the season, monsoon has performed well. It's a halfway mark, it's perfect normal. And August and September, though the rainfall is slightly short of first half, little less than the first half, and then chances are that it should behave and conduct even in the second half also. Now forecast for this 24 hours, the main feature is the low pressure area which has been persisting over parts of Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. The system is almost quasi-stationary. For the last about 3 days it has been meandering over that area, and so will happen even in these 24 hours also. And then that has been causing flooding rains, though limited to parts of Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh region. In these 24 hours, this low pressure area, as we see on the map, it's marked over parts of southwestern parts of Uttar Pradesh and adjoining Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh region. Coming to the region specific forecast, start with the east and northeast India. We see that the trough is extending from the low pressure area which I mentioned. It's a little north of its normal position and going across parts of Bihar, and there is a cyclonic circulation over Bangladesh and adjoining region. So combination of these two is causing some rainfall activity that's over northeast India. Northeast India will have scattered to fairly widespread but moderate rain and thundershower. Isolate place may have some heavy rainfall, but otherwise there is no situation to have extensive and widespread rainfall over the region. Over eastern parts covering Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal, weather activity will be mainly confined to northern parts of Bengal and extreme northeastern parts of Bihar. Over Bihar, it could be somewhere near Madhepura, Supaul, Araria, Kishanganj, Katihar, that pocket. The southern parts will not have any significant, Patna, Gaya and further will not have any significant weather. The parts of Jharkhand mostly will remain dry. Extreme northeastern parts inclusive of Dumka and neighboring region possibly may have some light to moderate showers. Over West Bengal, over northern parts of West Bengal will definitely have moderate and possibly heavy rainfall at some place. Parts will include Malda, Birbhum, Murshidabad, Dinajpur, and then going further to sub-Himalayan West Bengal's Alipurduar, Kuch Behar, Hashimara, Binaguri, Siliguri, that along with Darjeeling and Kalimpong region. This is the pocket which will have some significant amounts of rainfall. Coming down to the northern parts now, there is a circulation that's over parts of Pakistan and adjoining Punjab region, just border areas, and from there only the trough is extending and joining the low pressure area which I mentioned over parts of UP and Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh region. Now, firstly, this low pressure area which I mentioned as a quasi stationary with a very little movement will cause a lot of rainfall over parts of Rajasthan, and that is East Rajasthan. Some places even in Uttar Pradesh also possibly will have, but mostly it should be confined to East Rajasthan, wherein Jaipur, Alwar, Ajmer will have a little less rainfall, but then Alwar, Savai Madhopur, Bharatpur, Dholpur, even going down to Bundi, Kota, Chittorgarh, this is the pocket which will have heavy to very heavy rainfall. Adjacent parts of Uttar Pradesh inclusive of Jhansi will have heavy rainfall activity. Other parts of West Rajasthan will generally remain dry, particularly West Rajasthan inclusive of Bikaner, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Falodi and even other pockets that will remain generally weather free. Parts of Punjab and Haryana, little activity. Light rainfall can be expected, moderate showers can be expected even over Delhi also. Hills, yes, foothills will be affected of both Uttarakhand and Himachal, less activity over Jammu Kashmir region. As far as Himachal is concerned, inclusive of Shimla, Una, Solan, Nahan, this is the part which can expect some moderate rainfall, and over Uttarakhand, the lower reaches, that's inclusive of Mukteshpur, Pantnagar, Dehradun, Rishikesh, this is the pocket which can expect rain and thunder shower activity. Coming down to the central parts now, as I mentioned, this low pressure area, yes, parts of Madhya Pradesh will be largely affected with this. It has been there for the last 48 hours also, and these 24 hours are not going to be any different. Heavy to very heavy rainfall at places, inclusive 100 millimeter or so, or even in excess of that. Mostly the northern parts, that includes Gwalior, Guna, and then even going down up to Shivpur, Shiopuri, Ashoknagar, and then Vidisha, Bhopal, Rajgarh. This is the pocket which can have moderate to heavy rainfall at places. As other parts, particularly southwestern parts inclusive of Khandwa, Indore, Ujjain, will have less rainfall. Possibly light rainfall activity may be moderate at some places, and so is the eastern parts also inclusive of Sagar, Satna, Rewa, Chhatarpur, Umaria, Jabalpur. This pocket will have less activity, light rainfall only expected. Further east, parts of Orissa and Chhattisgarh, nothing very significant, normal to less than normal monsoon activity will prevail over these parts. On the western side, even state of Gujarat, nothing much, only about light rainfall activity expected over these parts. Parts of Maharashtra, once again, nothing very extensive. Parts of Vidarbha can expect some light rainfall, light to moderate at some places, and so will be the northern parts of Madhya Maharashtra, not much over Marathwada and other parts of Madhya Maharashtra. Even the Konkan region also, inclusive of Mumbai, I don't expect anything significant. It could be just about passing rain shower activity, moderate showers, intermittent, that can be expected. Coming down to the southern parts of the country, subdued monsoon activity has been there for the last few days, and so will be in these 24 hours also, nothing very significant. Only coastal parts of Kerala can expect some rain shower, just about moderate at the most, otherwise light only. And even the trough line which is there extending along the west coast, which was there, it's very, very mild, nothing very significant. And so Kerala also will not have any significant weather as such. Interiors as it is, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, most parts of Karnataka, even Tamil Nadu, Rayalaseema, it's going to observe dry weather conditions over the entire region. That's the weather forecast from Skymet. Keep watching for latest information on this. Thank you.
Keep your family healthy by downloading Skymet AQI app and tracking air pollution of your location in real time.